Hello everyone. In this video we'll talk about one another C programming, and in this program we will add two variable using C programming language. Without wasting time, let's start. So to understand how C program actually add to number, we have to refer this flowchart, and in this flowchart it is saying that first of all we have declared two variable. You can take any name of variable. Here I am taking as a number 1 and number 2 as the variable name, and we will store the number 1 and number 2 variable in some variable. So before adding these two number, we have to take the value from the user. So we will use here printf statement to take the variable from the user, and after taking the variable, and whenever the value will store in the variable number 1 and number 2, we'll add through the we'll add this to variable using arithmetic operator, that is plus, and we'll store the value of the summation in the sum variable, and after that we will print that variable value in our cmd, and after that the program will stop. So this is flowchart. Now we'll show you this program in our IDE with a practical example. So let's go to the IDE. So this is our program. I have already written the program over here. First of all, you can see this is our header file. I already included this one, and this is our main function, the curly bracket start, and this is the end. And inside it we have to write all our codes, necessary codes. Number 1 and number 2, it will the first and the second variable, and after adding this two variable, we will store this variable in some variable. So in this section, this is the comment section. You can write your comment to understand the program in a better way. So in this two statement, we are taking the value from the user, and the first statement is saying that please enter the first number, and using the function scanf function, we are taking the value of the number 1 variable inside our computer, and we are using Ampersand operator to say that to store the variable in a particular address. And percentile d, what is percentile d? Percentile d is actually whenever we are taking any variable as a type of integer, then we have to give the percentile d. For floating point number, I have to give fr. So in this two statement, we are already taken our first variable. Now in this two statement, we are taking our second variable, that is number 2, and after this is two statement, number 1 and number 1 and number 2 variable are already present in my computer, and after this statement we are operating one simple operation, that is through the arithmetic operator, that is plus, and we are storing the value of summation in the sum variable, and at last we are printing the value of the summation. To understand it in better way, we are also printing number 1 and number 2 so that the output look good. This percentile d is actually referring to this number, and this percentile d actually referring to this number, and this summation actually referring this. If your program is not saved, then you have to save the program. My program is already saved, so you have to compile and build this program, and you have to see the output. If I'll compile and run this program, it will show this kind of cmd. So you have to put one variable. I'm giving the first variable as 2 and the second as a 3, and it will give this output. So also you can change the variable value again. So this time I'm giving 5 and 6, and the output will be 11. So you can scan the you can take the value of the variable number 1 and number 2 in same statement, that is in the first section. So you have to type here enter two variable, two number, and after this you have to put %d again, %d, and you have to mention number 2 here. So that is how, or in this way, we can element this extra two lines or line of code. So you can take this number 1 and number 2 variable in the same section or in the same scanf function. So again you have to compile and run, and remember that while giving the input you have to give the space between two variable or two numbers. For example, I am giving 3 and giving the space, then 5, and then enter, and it will give the output the sum of two variables, that is 3 and 5, equal to 8. So that is how actually we add two numbers using C programming language. So I hope this is clear for you. So if you have any questions or query, you can put it in comment section. We will try to give the answer as soon as possible. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.